Hard to believe that Coach Joe Dupree is now in his ninth year as the head coach at his alma mater of Southwest. Coach, a year ago when we were doing this segment, and I did not know if there would be a 2020 season. I think we were both very skeptical of that. And of course, you had battled through COVID yourself, so it was a personal struggle that you had to worry about. And the season did get played, but obviously your team was one in Middle Georgia that was really impacted. You only played 6 games. You were 1-5. You lost some games to COVID. Talk about how tough that was for you as a coach just to muddle through that very different and difficult year.
Right. Last year was very challenging for everyone. Like you said, we didn't know whether or not we were going to have a season. And I was impacted with COVID as well. And that took a toll on my family and I as far as dealing with it. But, we overcame that through the grace of God. And the kids, hats off to them. They fought through it. They came every day. They did everything they were supposed to do as far as the guidelines as it relates to COVID. And, it was challenging. We, like I said, we lost 2 games to COVID. Which was tough on our guys because they worked so hard just to get to that point. And COVID just impacted us, negatively, like the whole world. And it just was a challenging year. But this year is much, much better. So we thank God for that.
To be on a more normal schedule this year, I mean, that's got to be a relief for you.
A huge relief. And you can see the guys, they're different. The energy level is different. We'll be better this year because of it. We've had a great summer thus far, had a good spring. Last year we weren't able to have spring, so that's really going to help us and get us going in the right direction. So we're excited about this year being as normal as it can be.
Is it hard to know, looking back on last year, really what you had because of all the things you went through and the truncated season?
It was difficult because, like I say, we didn't have a spring. And, for me, having fought COVID, I really didn't have a long summertime. We didn't start until August, and and I take the blame for that. That's why we weren't very good last year because I just wasn't sure, if we were going to have a season or not, or what the case was going to be. So you really didn't know what you were going to have, what type of quality of team you were going to be able to put on the field, and it was just challenging. It was tough, but we fought through it.
No doubt about that. Well, this year is different, and the Patriots have higher expectations with some seniors coming back. We'll talk with Coach Dupree about those players in our next report.
Thank you.
Back with Coach Joe Dupree from Southwest High School. The Patriots were only 1-5 last year, and obviously one of the schools in Middle Georgia greatly affected by COVID-19, losing a couple of games and having a very different schedule. This year's different, though. Everything's back on a normal pace. And Coach, you have an offense that was down a little bit last year from the previous season, but you've got one of the strengths that all coaches in Middle Georgia hope to have, and that's a 3-year starter at quarterback coming back with Travion Searcy. What does just his presence as the leader of this team? I mean, let's be honest, regardless of the kid, you've got a 3rd-year quarterback. He's the leader of the team. What does that mean for your team and your offense?
That means a lot. And, at any level, anytime you have a 3-year starter, and the offense goes as he goes, we have to keep him healthy this year. And he brings a wealth of knowledge and experience, being back there at the quarterback, understanding the offense, leading this team. He's a great leader. He's had a great summer. Off season as well in the weight room. He's doing everything he needs to do to be better. So it's a tremendous blessing to have him as a 3-year starter back, so we can get things going in the right direction.
And you've got a couple of skilled players back: senior Nate Strong, Antonio Ford Jr. at running back, and then Evan Tharp, the senior wide receiver. So you've got some weapons on offense this year, don't you?
Yes, we do. Evan Tharp has really stuck out like a leader that he is. He's had a great summer as well. We took him to a couple camps this summer. He really did well with those camps and trying to get him looked at a little bit more. But he's definitely is on people's radar now. He's about 6'2.5", very athletic, great ball skills. With Nate Strong, good running back. Because within the offense, you got to be able to establish a run with Nate and Antonio as well. So we're looking forward to having an exciting year offensively.
I know that you're an offensive coach, you're a quarterback, but I also know that offensive coaches want their defense to be good too. So people won't say, well, it's just an offensive team because he's an offensive coach. And your defense struggled last year. So you've got to have a better performance from those kids on that side of the ball this year, don't you?
Yes, sir. Well, I'm still a firm believer that, defense win championships, offense sell tickets. So I know we got to be better defensively. The defense coordinator has done a great job of bringing these guys together and working his tail off this offseason to be better. We got a couple leaders, and Dontarius Cone, A. John Coley, and we have Nazir Albritton, and also this DN Michael Darby, who's going to impact the game tremendously. So I'm just excited in the direction we're going in defensively as well.
That's awesome. I'm expecting some improvement there. Everybody is. It should be fun to watch, especially with Darby being a senior player, a very good player. First game, August 27th against Howard at Ed DeFore Sports Complex. Coach, we are glad everything's back to normal compared to a year ago. You're my quarterback. Thanks so much. Always a pleasure.
Thank you so much. Yes, sir.